We all see the importance of schoolwork and grades, but we've come to realize that we can still have the childish fun things in our lives as well. Throughout this year, I've met some fantastic people, and I wouldn't have been able to make it through without them. They're like my roadmap of life. They've helped me to enjoy myself while also keeping me on an educational path towards future opportunities.
When 8th grade started, chaos occurred. Friends moved, attitudes changed, classes suddenly became harder, and parents became stricter. It was too much for me to handle, and I spent hours during school being the happiest person alive, and I wasn't faking it. However, when the school day ended, and I was in my room alone with my thoughts, questions would flood my mind, drowning my body in sorrow and confusion. I know, the typical thoughts of a teenager, right? When I was little, I never imagined these thoughts would enter my mind. It wasn't until they did that I realized there isn't a single soul on this planet who is problem-free. Everybody has his or her own personalized dilemmas going on in life. This taught me to value my life as it is. Stop worrying about the negative and start looking forward to the positive. Doing this makes you look at life through different eyes, happier eyes.
There is a saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't think this is true because words can hurt, and name calling is not acceptable. Many of us have been called names during our time in middle school. I learned to ignore the name calling because I believe that karma is the best punch back. If everyone stopped hurting each other's feelings, the world would be a better place. We need to remember the golden rule. Do unto others as you would want others to do unto you. Keep your head high and continue being beautiful and fabulous just the way you are.
At the start of the school year, I participated in a music exchange with the R35 school in Khao. It is a school in southern Thailand that ISB helped after the big tsunami hit the area in 2004. After ISB students and R35 students performed music, the students from both schools were to play games together. Some of the students from R35 school were able to speak a little English, but most of them had just started learning. This meant that we couldn't communicate much at all with the R35 students. Since there were Thai students from ISB, I thought that all of the R35 students would go to them. However, when it was time to play some games, a few R35 students ran towards my friend and me. We were joyful because it was something we never expected to happen. Teachers have always told us that the language we speak doesn't matter, and this experience really proved that it was true.
Being only 1 year from high school, it seemed like 8th grade was going to be a lot of pressure. However, after many lessons learned, I began to consider what I would like my future to be. For an example, the 8th grade unit about South Africa taught me that I should be what I want to be, not what other people want me to be. After all, that is how Nelson Mandela found his way through the apartheid. We have to live with the decisions that we make, and the challenge is making the right decisions.
The big change came in the 8th grade, my fourth year at ISB. There were no Japanese students in most of my classes, and I didn't have to take EAP anymore, so it made it easier to learn English. I made a lot of friends during the year, and now I have more friends who are from different countries than from Japan. I learned that some people have similar hobbies or experiences as I do, so it took less time to be their friends, giving me more topics to discuss and more chances to talk with people. Learning English and communicating with others widened my outlook towards the world.
Back in my school in California, things were different. Class sizes were individualized, and we rarely had the chance to work with other members of our class on projects. However, coming to ISB, I learned that I need teamwork skills in order to thrive here. For example, in science class, we often got partnered up and have to work on labs and other experiments. I was not used to such teamwork, and at the beginning of the year, I often found myself paired up with somebody and then doing the whole lab and all of the work by myself. I had to learn how to be a good partner and allow others to learn with me. Teamwork has been a challenge for me this year, but I'm learning and beginning to excel at it.
In In Chiang Mai, in a rickety wooden structure by the side of the mountain river, sipping the most delicious tea I'd ever tasted, I realized something. If people didn't like who I was, then so be it. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. I have those words on my bedroom wall, something I put up after I returned from Chiang Mai. The old woman in the rickety house, who had made the excellent tea and shared stories with ISB's visiting students, who hadn't understood a thing I had said the entire time, became something of a friend to me. When we were to leave, she hugged each and every one of us, smiling truthfully and granted us good luck and best wishes.
When I entered 6th grade, my sister said that I would never pass middle school. Actually, her exact words were, "You won't survive." At that point, I was determined to prove her wrong. I sometimes get into arguments with my sister, but who doesn't? I would often lose because, let's face it, she's 2 years older. She knows more than I do, giving her the advantage of winning up on things. Well, I recently said to my sister, "Look at me now, I'm on the verge of completing middle school." My sister's reply was simply, "I can't wait until you're in
Overall, my middle school journey was tough, although I feel a lot happier and more confident now. What happened to me was something I didn't expect at all. I got back to being the happy person I used to be. What I also want to tell you is never fear of asking questions, never fear of starting a new beginning, and always stay positive because you are the one who's controlling your life.
As a human, you want to fit in and be like others. You want to be normal like everyone else. However, I've learned that people like to see the differences from one person to another. 8th grade is where students learn it is okay to be different from your best friend. What makes you different is what makes you special. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Always let yourself shine through. We only have one life and we should live it true to ourselves." Middle school for me wasn't about who could be the most popular or who can get the best grade. It was about finding out who you are and who you want to be.
All in all, ISB has given me faith. Faith that humans are not as bad as I thought they were. Faith that maybe I can be happy and have friends, and faith that life is worth living. At ISB, I found new philosophy. I got help and learned several social skills. I can now start to move on with my hope replenished.
Middle school is a 3-year-long life lesson. 3 years, 36 months, 1,095 days of continuous learning. We learn about real-life experiences through texts and discussions. We are asked to think for ourselves because we won't have a teacher everywhere we go. Humanities class teaches us why it is important to understand the past. PE and wellness teach us, show us why it is important to stay fit and avoid things that may harm us. We have modern languages so we can communicate with the wider diversity of our planet's inhabitants. We have science and math because understanding the world is basic knowledge that we should have. We have middle school because we will need these lessons throughout life.
By definition, a journey is an act of traveling from one place to another. But to me, the journey through middle school is much more than that. Middle school is like a stadium in which we prepare for a match. In that stadium, there lies traps, rewards, false alarms, friends, and tasks to complete. Middle school is like the rehearsal room in the Hunger Games, where Katniss Everdeen prepares for the gruesome but also exciting game of who can survive the longest. The real world is just like the Hunger Games. There will be betrayals, and sometimes it can be terrifying. But here at ISB, there will always be friends and helpers waiting for you in the match. This is what middle school is helping us prepare for, the real world.